I'm Chris.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm sure you can read the sign.
And we are Horror Happy Hour.
And today we're going to be talking about Burning Bright.
Burning Bright. Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright.
Yeah. Well,
that's not the name of the movie is Burning Bright.
That's the name of the poem.
Yeah.
That the title of the movie was given to the movie because of the poem.
And it has nothing to do with
it. Yeah, nothing at all.
Okay, so anyways, it's directed by Carlos Brooks, and that's why you were staring at me.
Yeah, so it's like...
And one of the writers' names are... There's like 3 different writers, so I mean... Christine Johnson is the only name I remember.
Christine Johnson.
Carlos Brooks has worked on Quid Pro Quo. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. And now he's working on Someone in the Dark. I've never heard of it.
Or seen it.
Obviously. Yes, obviously.
So, this is a movie about a girl trapped in a house with her autistic brother and a fucking Bengal tiger. Alright, now this has all of the makings for something really cool, obviously. Only really memorable name in this movie was Meatloaf.
Yeah, and he was in it for like...
2 minutes of him.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Which was superb, but 2 minutes.
Yeah, he did a good job. It's very deceiving when they say like, oh, Meatloaf's gonna be
Meatloaf, yeah, okay. 2.5 minutes.
It takes me longer to eat Meatloaf than he was in this movie.
Yes. That was so weird sounding.
Well, not Meatloaf the person.
Uh-huh.
Why would I eat Meatloaf the person? That's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Don't let Dave start singing that song, because he will.
Oh, yeah. No, Meatloaf has some good songs.
So, they're trapped in the house with this vicious tiger, and surprisingly enough, not much happens.
Yeah. There's not many attacks for an animal attack movie.
There's no animal attacks for attack movie.
Yeah, there isn't. There's not too many.
So, just, if you really like tigers...
Like, he attacks, just...
He just doesn't catch anything. He's just not very good about this.
Yeah.
So...
Like, he'll jump on the stoves, and then she'll turn the stoves on, and that's literally the best scene in the entire movie. Yeah. The tiger was very well trained, I will say.
Yeah, whoever trained this tiger did a bang-up job with it.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful tiger. I will say the lighting in the movie was really good also. I will say, because it reminded me of, I don't know why, but it reminded me of Inside. It kind of had the same lighting as that.
Well, nobody really, but see, that's the thing. It's like, nobody did a bad job in this movie. All the acting was pretty solid.
Oh, yeah, no, all the acting was solid.
Just, nothing happened.
There was no emotional, the movie failed to develop any sort of emotional ties to the character. It failed to develop any kind of tension. It really just...
that was my main thing. I didn't feel like, she's going through a whole struggle about whether to put her brother in a home so that she can, go to college and make a life for herself and then eventually take him back because their mother had passed away. Or having to keep him and not being able to go to college. And the whole time you kind of where there should have been showing you how inevitably in the end it all worked out, how strong their tie would have been, or how strong it was for her to make this decision. But you never felt that way. You never felt any kind of emotion for really either of them. Yeah, I mean, you were rooting for them, but you didn't...
Yeah, you were rooting, but not, in a sense where it's even if they got killed, it was just who cares?
Yeah. But the thing was, it had nothing to do with the acting, which is weird. It wasn't that they weren't acting well enough. It was just it felt like that just wasn't, it wasn't there at all.
Yeah, it wasn't really written into the plot. The emotional ties were... And what's weird is, I can't put my finger on it, but it was just, you really should have developed...
Oh yeah,
these feelings for them,
because for a
horror, for
an animal attack movie, being that nothing was really going on with the animal attacking much, there should have been more to the human-to-human aspect.
Yeah, there really should have. And because there was an autistic brother, that emotional tie wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't even
I can't even blame it on that. It was just the way the material was handled.
It was just most of the time they weren't together. I think that was a lot of it. Yeah. It was very few, there was really few opportunities, times where they could have emotionally, it had one emotional moment together.
There was very little interaction between the characters.
Because there was so little interaction between the characters.
Yeah, actually, and that's actually a good point.
That was really the problem with them making him autistic.
Yeah.
Was that because, she's always trying to, run away and try to figure out how to do this and get this, and she's always leaving him to do that. Yeah, if he was, a regular kid, it would have been a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
And they could have really...
The little kid would have been able to demonstrate fear, which would have... this kid wasn't demonstrating any kind of fear.
Neither one of them really seemed afraid of the tiger.
Yeah, by the vicious creature.
Tiger.
No, we'll move a little bit more this way.
Sorry. But, it was, like I said, the acting wasn't bad, the lighting wasn't bad, the tiger was awesomely trained. There's all these things that should have made a really freaking awesome movie and just didn't.
Yeah, and it's unforgivable if you're boring.
Yeah.
I've heard it said before and shit like that, but being a boring movie is unforgivable.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Specifically when you have the same exact kind of situation, sort of that you had in Cujo.
Yeah.
It was instead of a dog you have a tiger, instead of a car you have a house.
Yeah, like you said yesterday, it's you had bigger and better things to work with, and you fell so flat.
and you did less with more.
Yeah.
Cujo did more with less.
Oh, absolutely. I never felt for them. Like, I really feel that horrible to say. I just never felt anything for them. The only thing I felt was for her, like, having to make a decision about giving up her life or going to college and hoping everything was going to work out for him. It was just like... Sorry.
If your face is cut out of half this video, it's because you keep going.
You're relaxing. But I never felt anything for either of them. I felt like I should have felt something and didn't.
Yeah, and during a hurricane, this was all happening while they're
trapped.
trapping.
Yeah,
I really should have felt like a lot of tension, and it wasn't there.
Yeah, but there was a lot of
there was so many good things happening, and it was just this one little piece that it just the whole movie would have had to rely on.
Well, that was the thing. The movie, that was such an integral piece that just wasn't there,
yeah.
and it was you could see that it was attempted at certain points. There were certain points where it was very much attempted,
but it was attempted like over the phone.
But that was
never
the problem.
You know what I'm saying? It was never character to character.
Yeah. Or it was like a flashback or a memory or like something like a little fragment that it's like I still can't feel for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, in a movie where where you're not building up tension, where you don't have gore, you're not having the attacking, you should at least have that emotional tie between the characters, and it didn't have.
And then like things were happening that like didn't amount to anything. You know, like she had rolled up sleeping pills and fucking meat and threw it all over. You ate every fucking one of them. Fucking thing never fell asleep. It's like there were things that were happening that like never led anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's like kind of killed it a little bit too, on like the fact that it's like, all right, well, I mean, why are you doing this then?
What's the point?
I don't know. If you like tigers, and you like people trapped in houses, if you maybe want to combine the two and hope for a happy ending, because really, I mean, it'd be your cup of tea. I give it a 3.
A 3?
A 3.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
I'm very not.
That is saying that it was like god awful.
Because I can never again picture picking this up again.
Oh no, it's not the type of movie you're ever gonna watch again. I would personally on the way it was filmed, it was very slick, very stylish. I have to, just on the basis of everything was in place.
Oh my god.
Just on that basis, I have to give it at least a 6.
Really?
I want to say 5, like inside my heart saying like, you know you want to say 5.
This doesn't want to say 3.
Yeah,
Alright, maybe 3, like 3, 4.
Harsh.
Because I'm sorry, but it's like, you had the makings for something absolutely excellent and just fell short on every aspect of it. How do you do that?
Yeah, no.
And how can I consciously give you, like, a better than subpar rating if you fail to, like, do
if you fail to entertain.
If you failed your point,
yeah.
What am I supposed to say? Wasn't my cup of tea, might be somebody else's, but God, if you ever get me to watch that again.
Watch Cujo. Just save yourself the time.
Seriously. But, thank you very much for us rambling on about Burning Bright. Well, more so me rambling on about my dislike for it. We are Horror Happy Hour. Have a nice night. Don't buy tigers and keep them in your houses.
Yeah, tigers don't make good pets. And if you must buy a tiger, you wear a stay as always.